Third session of boxing here in Ring A, and I'm delighted to say that joining us to provide expert analysis and insightful co-commentary is the Commonwealth Games champion from the 1998 edition in Kuala Lumpur, European champion in the professional ranks and world champion as well. And that man is amazing, Alex Arthur. And Alex, as the boxers prepare to get this third session of boxing underway, what can we anticipate as these men look to step into the ring for the first time in pursuit of their Tokyo dream?
Again, the boxers are looking to get a great start into the competition, to find a rhythm from themselves and just keep progressing, keep improving with every bout in the run up to this fantastic competition.
Well, there is the man from Eswatini, Zweli Dlamini, just 21 years of age, and you see that the country's acronym remains SWZ, former Swaziland, now known as Eswatini after a country name change a couple of years ago. More of that as we go through this contest. 5 scoring judges ringside, and it is Susan Kopka who is the third person in the ring. She'll be the referee officiating this contest. So we're in the 57 kilogram featherweight division, and remember, these featherweight hasn't featured in recent Olympic tournaments, where we've gone from bantamweight to lightweight, but with the readjustment of the Olympic weights to accommodate 5 weight classes in the women's tournament now, the men's weight classes have been reduced to 8, and featherweight has been reintroduced at the 57 kilogram weight limit. So we're underway then. 3 3-minute rounds in the 57 kilogram featherweight division between boxers from the Democratic Republic of Congo and Eswatini. The boxer wearing red, the taller figure, is Nathan Lunata, 21 years of age. The boxer wearing blue, who is immediately onto the front foot, the more compact operator, is Zweli Dlamini. He is also 21 years of age, part of a 2-man team representing Eswatini. It's a busy start by the boxer in blue, looking to close the gap with quick feet and find punches, find gaps in that high-held but rather widely held guard being put forward by Lunata.
Yeah, there's quite a gap in the defence there, Ronald, and we wonder if we can see Dlamini exploit that gap. Clearly, depending on how you look at things, of course, there's a slight disadvantage in.
But he's certainly an industrious boxer in the first opening minute of this first round. Really looking to close the gap, but now looking to extend. Straight shots out of that southpaw stance. Beautiful jump to the body and then into the head, and now he's bringing a long southpaw left into play as well. There was a corkscrew left hand from Lunata. More experienced than Dlamini in the sense that he competed on the global stage at the World Championships in Yekaterinburg at the back end of last summer. But this man, Dlamini, I saw him at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games where he made it through to the quarter-final stage, losing to the Canadian Eric Basran, who went on to take bronze. So 1 win away from a place on the medal podium. That gives you an idea of the prowess of the boxer in blue.
Yep, clearly capable. And as we can see, trying to advance and close down the distance against his left-handed opponent, who has clearly a very, very good jab. He's not being allowed to establish that to the way that he would like up to now, but he's landed some lovely straight shots right through the guard of Dlamini.
But again, there the crowding tactics being employed by Dlamini, the compact boxer in blue, looking to close down Lunata.
Good 1-2 there from Dlamini. He is having some success with those shots through the middle due to Lunata's rather gaping defence.
But when he straightens out that right jab, he really is a difficult man to close the gap against. And if you are going to close it, he makes you pay a price. But look at the marauding attack being launched by Dlamini once again. And he's not giving the man in red any respite, trying to stay on his chest and cut off the distance.
Exactly, Ronald. He can't really afford to give him any space, can he? He has to maintain this forward pressure. He can't be backed up. It's very, very difficult to be backed up by a longer range fighter. It's difficult to try and get your rhythm. You have to be pressing them all the time.
See if we can listen in.
Well, as we can see here, Dlamini pressing forward rather anxiously, trying to close the gap. And we didn't see much variety in between there. When he did get close, he wasn't able to let those hands go and let those body punches float, which I'm quite sure was the idea. Lunata's right jab had a great part to play in that round.
And so one judge favouring the work of Lunata, that's Judge C. The other 4 judges favouring the work of Dlamini. So his industrious bustling on the front foot being favoured by 4 of the 5 judges as we go into the second round. Dlamini immediately onto the front foot once again, trying to bob and weave his way inside. He got there, but then the dip from the waist by Lunata caused his right hand to go long.
Yep, he has to keep forcing the action, Ronald. He really does need to keep pressing and pushing. He really cannot allow Lunata to get into any kind of rhythm, especially with that jab. If that jab starts landing on a regular basis, the other punches will come behind it.
But he's not giving Lunata any space to extend that jab.
He certainly doesn't want to be backing up. Dlamini wants to be pressing continuously.
Looking, and he's on the back foot now, retreating towards the ropes, but that's a terrific right hand to the body. It was by Dlamini, but it was countered by a right hand over the top, and now it's the boxer in red getting onto the front foot.
This is the last thing that Dlamini wanted to do. He's moving back quite without coordination. His hands are not high, he's dipping his head far too low. He possibly might get a caution from the referee as well for use of the head in a dangerous manner. He's
cracking left-right combination, the reverse 1-2 landed by Lunata. And I just wonder whether Dlamini has been hurt by some of these shots that he's absorbed, because he's altogether less coordinated. He's slow. He takes another right hand once again, and he's looking rather disheveled at the midpoint of this second round.
He looks so uneasy now as well. He's totally lost control. He looked like he was building and gaining some momentum, but he's...
Terrific first half of the round as the 2 boxers exchange single straight shots.
Very clever, good punching there from Lunata, picking those straight shots, just swaying back out of range, coming back with the straight counters. Dlamini really doesn't have an answer for anything right now.
It's been a terrific first opening 2/3 of the second round for Lunata. And there's the same shot once more, and he is making good use of his advantages in height and reach, and look how slow the feet of Dlamini have become.
He was turned so easily there, Ronald, so easily. He's totally at sea. He actually looks physically tired here as well.
His footwork has slowed down, his head movement, which was such a feature of his boxing in the opening round, that is now not apparent. He lands a good right-left combination to drive Lunata into the turnbuckle, but he is looking like a weary boxer up there.
He certainly is. He's tired very, very quickly after such a good start in the first round.
So closing seconds, look at the laboured manner in which he's swinging the punches now. They're being telegraphed, they're falling short, his feet have slowed down, and he's being picked off by accurate pot shots like that.
Comprehensively, he's been totally outboxed this round, outmanoeuvred, outturned, just beaten in every manner. He was outfought there as well. He looks exhausted, Ronald.
That was a terrific second round by Nathan Lunata.
It really was.
What a turnaround we've witnessed in this contest. Because he took the opening round for 4 of the judges, but the fact that Judge C scored for Dlamini gave you an indication that he was very much in the opening 3 minutes, but he was nowhere in the second round.
Nowhere near it. As you can see, being out-punched 3-4 shots to 1. His little pity-pat punches having no effect whatsoever on Lunata, who maintained that distance and kept those long-range shots coming in.
But that was an example of how his accuracy decreased. He was short by a country mile on that attempted salvo.
His defence as well totally went to pot. He just started moving his head in awkward directions, as you can see.
All 5 judges favouring the work of Lunata, 10-9 for all of the observers. He's up off his stool, ready to begin the third and final round, Lunata. He wants to continue the momentum. This man has got to revert to the type of boxing he showed in the opening round, or this could be a very lengthy 3 minutes indeed.
Yep, it all depends on this last round, Ronald. All depends on this last round. And if we see Dlamini flag like he did in the second round and tire, we could see a couple of standing counts here.
Looks a little bit sharper to begin the third round compared to the sluggishness he demonstrated in the second, but now he's been put on the end of offense once again. Heads came together at close ranges, and Lunata, was dipping down. Nathan Lunata Nkosi is the man's full moniker, the man in red. And he's falling short with that attempted 1-2.
Yep, he was looking to let Dlamini just lean in there, over punch a little bit, but he never. He held his feet, he didn't fall in like he has been. Although still, you would have to say that Lunata is the dominant force here.
An air of desperation about his work now, because he will know more than anybody that his body has really hurt him. He pushed out the mouthpiece, he dropped his left elbow and retreated to the ropes. More good work to the body once again from Lunata. Continuing to pile on the pressure, and he's turning his back, which is not allowed. He's got a mouse beneath his left eye. Good work to the body once again by Lunata. And the reigning 5-time national champion of Eswatini, Zweli Dlamini, is under real pressure just beyond the midpoint of this third and final round. Beautiful right uppercut on the inside, landed by the taller boxer in red.
And I think we can say, without being disrespectful, that Lunata's not a huge puncher, because he has literally landed so many clean shots against Dlamini, and Dlamini still hasn't totally fell apart yet.
Well, he was Eswatini's National Athlete of the Year, was Dlamini, in 2018 for his terrific performance at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. He took 2019 National Championship gold once again. But he has been punched all over the ring by the unrelenting attacks.
Whoa.
What a left hand to the body, right uppercut landed by Lunata. Terrific punch picking, and runs him onto a southpaw left. And Dlamini, well, he's in danger of taking a standing count here, being overwhelmed. Terrific punching from the boxer in red.
Lunata just has to find that distance that he can gauge, so he can get those cleaner shots. Yep, there's the prediction. It did come, Ronald. There is a count.
Well, terrific punch picking. And Dlamini, while his defense has become porous, it's practically become non-existent. And Lunata changing his feet, and another jolting southpaw left drives the man in blue backwards, as does that 1-2 salvo. This is a terrific display from Nathan Lunata. And Zweli Dlamini has been comprehensively outboxed there by the 21-year-old from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And look at the support in the stands in acknowledgement of the terrific boxing display he produced.
He really was outstanding towards the end. He just kept those punches coming continuously. He did not relent. He put his foot on the gas and he didn't take it back off. Flagged unbelievably. Was that pretty big push in the first round just a little bit too much for him? Didn't pace himself enough. And that is a 10-8 round for me, Ronald. I'm quite sure it is for you as well, that final round.
Standing count, and not just a standing count. He was beaten in just about every department. And look at the contrasting body language here. Here's the official verdict.
The winner by unanimous decision in the red corner.
So Nathan Lunata celebrating his victory, a unanimous points decision victory over the 2018 Commonwealth Games quarter-finalist Zweli Dlamini of Eswatini. Comprehensively outboxed during the course of that tournament. He had a competitive opening round, but in rounds 2 and 3 he was put under this type of accurate punch picking from the man in red.
Yep, he really had no answer at all for Lunata. He really never. He was beaten in every area. Even when he tried to force the action, he was being out-punched. He was out-thought as well. And he really just came undone. He totally came undone. He had no defence. His legs were all over. His head movement was relatively poor as well. What a way to come undone.
And there's confirmation. All 5 judges scoring for Nkosi. Some of those scores closer than we perhaps anticipated. But make no mistake, it is the right man